create a partner-led growth strategy for B2B SaaS company. Okay, so if you have a B2B enterprise software solution company, B2B SaaS company, if you are into B2B tech, it can be any industry, it can be real estate, it can be heavy engineering, it can be any, CRM, it can be marketing automation, it can be sales enablement software, whatever your solution software SaaS is, if it is B2B, then you are in the right workshop. And today I'm going to touch upon this particular topic, which is something which is I believe is not talked much about, but I sincerely feel that if you are into B2B, if you're into tech, if you're into enterprise, this is a super important topic for you to understand and study and apply in your own business as well. Okay. So I have been doing this for last 18, 19 years now, and I come from an era which was very early on in terms of B2B sales. I did ABM, I did B2B sales in a very traditional method. All those tools which are available right now in terms of digital marketing, automation, AI agentic solutions, those were not there 20 years back. Things were done in a very different manner, but there are some basic principles which is constant throughout the human rate, the timeline. Whether it is 1970 or 2020, it doesn't really matter. There are few things which remains constant, when it comes to humanity, and one of them is human interaction. And I sincerely feel that is not going to go away. And in many ways, the partner-led growth strategy is a very human way of creating a growth hack or a growth strategy for your B2B company. Okay. Now, so for everybody who do not know what is partner-led growth, what am I talking about? Let me go a step back and talk about the challenges that typically a B2B enterprise or a SaaS, B2B SaaS or tech company faces. Okay. Whether it is 2025 or whether it is 1995, there are certain challenges which were there and it is still there. Even with the advancement of all the technology, I sincerely feel there are certain challenges which remains there and it will remain there for a very long time, right? So let me talk about certain problems. If you are selling a software or a SaaS for large enterprises, which is high ticket size, licensed software, which can run into thousands, tens of thousands, or hundreds of thousands of dollars as a license fees, then the direct sale alone is not generally enough to achieve exponential growth. Okay. So there is a clear problem here. Okay. For example, if your sales team, say 3 people, are able to close 1 deal a month, all right? So you have this one business development executive, one pre-sales guy, one BDM, one sales enablement person, marketing, whatever. You have a small team, and suppose they are closing 1 deal a month or 2 deals a month or whatever. So no matter what kind of tools and strategy you give, it's not like they will exponentially, from 1 deal a month, they can go to 100 deals a month, right? It's very hard, especially if it is sales-led growth. That means there needs to be a human sales executive who needs to talk to the customer and the prospect and then do the selling. I'm not about the product-led growth, right? Which is a different story altogether. Many of the software which, for example, if you're selling a software to heavy engineering companies, it's very use case specific. It is very industry specific. And It's not like that you just put the software on the Apple App Store, and then your companies will come and download the app and then they will start using it. It's not like some yoga or exercise app, right? So in many ways, those product-led growth is not practical for these companies. So you have to put in the human side of it, right? And there are typically multiple different decision makers from your side as well as from their side, and they are working together. And the sales cycle can sometimes take months and years to close, right? And the deal can go into tens of thousands of dollars or hundreds of thousands of dollars or even millions of dollars, depending on what you're doing. So you can only do so much with the sales team that you have. For example, if you want to close, say, 100 deals a month, then possibly you'll have to put up a very big sales team, right? Putting up a very big sales team means more cost to your company, right? More training, more cost, So the cost significantly increases, and there's only so much you can do, when it comes to growing your own team. Okay, and there are challenges with that. So what is the solution? The solution is the partner-led growth. Okay, that means you choose partners who are not your team members. They are separate companies, individuals, separate entities, and they can partner with you and they can sell your product, service, or whatever, in this case, products, your tech products. They can sell it for you, they can implement for you, and they will get a certain commission or revenue share or whatever model that you come in. Okay, in that case, you are outsourcing your sales team to somebody else, and possibly to somebody who is better qualified and better positioned to sell your software. And this is exactly what the leaders like HubSpot, Salesforce, Oracle, SAP. I mean, HubSpot and Salesforce are new. I'm talking about Oracle and SAP, which has been there since 70s and 80s. They have been using it. SAP, I worked with SAP for almost 10 years. SAP used partner-led growth very effectively right from the onset when they started their company. Okay, that means they do not have a huge sales team. They do not do the implementation themselves. In fact, they totally rely on partners to sell and implement their software for their customer. What can be better than that? I'll give you the beauty of this, this whole structure, because I sincerely feel that most of the B2B SaaS companies and tech companies, they are not leveraging this age-old technique for growth hack. In fact, they are always looking for this shiny little, objects, shiny little. So instead, these companies are looking for the next shiny object, when it comes to digital marketing or this growth hack or that, and like so on. So I'll take an example here. I'll just pause here. I'll take an example of SAP. That is a company I worked with. Now, having said that, there is no affiliation right now with me and SAP, and I'm not trying to sell any of their product and service. Just a disclaimer. This is just for educational purpose. All right. So